Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options.
All right, back at 10:30 on this post-Thanksgiving Friday. You ready for Celebrity Dish?
I'm ready.
I just hear dish and I'm hungry.
I'm ready for some leftovers, but we still got about 30 more minutes.
All right. All right, let's bring in David Duane to help us out here. Hello.
Sorry, my sound was out.
Now we can hear you, David. How are you and how was Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was good. Actually, I traveled in on a day break from Los Angeles. I live in Los Angeles now. So I was able to get back to Delaware just to do some cleaning and just to get a little woosah because LA's been very hectic. But I'm happy to be joined with y'all this morning. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah, same here. Good to have you on.
Yeah, you look great. Let's jump right in. Here's the first story here. Cedric the Entertainer is happy that Dave Chappelle got a Grammy nomination despite cancel culture. He told TMZ that things have gotten so out of hand, it's unclear what people get canceled for. But Cedric blames social media for that. Dave Chappelle, as you know, has been in hot water recently for controversial comments that he made about the transgender community in his latest Netflix special. But now he's up for Best Spoken Word Album at the Grammy. So, Dave, what do you make of this?
You know, I really think it's interesting to see, you know, Dave Chappelle get nominated for a Grammy. I mean, especially after all the controversy that it has been, right, ladies? But we can't take away the fact that his skill set in the comedic world should be acknowledged. Now, would I necessarily have nominated him if I was the Recording Academy voting team? No. But, you know, I believe that credit is due where it's due.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because I think some of the support that he's getting is from people who are just fed up with cancel culture, period, right? And he's an example of someone that despite all of the backlash, the question is, does cancel culture really have an impact on someone's career when you're already extremely successful? I think for a lot of people who have faced cancel culture, whose work is pretty easy to escape.
Right.
They're more likely to be canceled. But with Dave Chappelle, you know, to your point, and then he's been around for so long, people have grown up on Dave Chappelle. I don't know that he's going to face, and this being an example of that, going to face too much actual cancellation.
I agree. And he's been telling these type of jokes for years now, so it isn't new for Dave Chappelle, just cancel culture is.
Right,
so,
right. Good point.
Not only that, but it's like, where did we as like the Black culture, just in the culture period of life, right, where we started to say we're going to start canceling people just because they might not have a popular opinion? Because even myself sometimes, ladies, I'll be honest, I don't have the most popular opinion, and nor does everybody else. So why should we shun somebody for having their own opinion? God gives us the right to have that. So guess what? Let's give them that. But as long as it's not offensive or pushing our views or changing anything, let it be what it is.
Yeah, I think you speak for a lot of people who would say, you know, if you don't like it, spend your money elsewhere or don't watch. So, all right, moving on to Sherri Shepard, another twist in the saga over who might be taking over hosting duties for the Wendy Williams show. Rumors have been running rampant that the show executives tapped Sherri Shepard to replace an ailing Wendy. However, the Jasmine brand exclusively reports that those claims. Despite those claims, Shepard may not be taking over the show full time. Journalist John Murray left a comment under the Jasmine brand's Instagram page calling the story fake news. He's pretty, I know John Murray fairly well, and he's pretty connected.
Pretty connected.
Instead, he does say that Sherri will host her own show at some point and, quote, move where the money resides. Dave, what do you make of it?
I, first of all, want to say prayers and love to Wendy, because I'm sure that y'all look up to Wendy. I look up to Wendy. Anybody who's in the world of media looks up to Wendy, especially for the legacy that she has had and has, right? I think that right now people should just, you know, keep her in prayers. I would love to see Sherri do her own show because she just has that energy. And I think when it comes to being a personality, a lot of people that are up and coming lack that. And it's all about being yourself. And that's what she truly exemplifies as a Black woman, as a woman. And I think that that is a true representation of, you know, what, you know, young girls should model. And if she is to take over that time spot, or if Wendy decides to say, hey, you know what, let's actually, my production company, produce your show, I think that would be great for her. Because I mean, the ratings were off the charts. I mean, I didn't get a chance to see it because I was too busy moving, but just seeing the feedback and the love that she gets. And she's so underrated with her talent, but it's good to see people give her flowers too.
Right, and we have to remember too that this isn't Sherry's first rodeo. I mean, she was on The View, she does stand-up comedy, and one thing I've admired about her is throughout the course of the pandemic, she stayed busy, even doing comedy skits on her Instagram with Kim Whitley. So I think she deserves all of the accolades and anything that she gets out of this, even if it is another show outside of the Wendy Williams show. She has the eyes now, so she deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope that that's the opportunity that she gets, and if it is the Wendy show, I hope it's coming from Wendy herself, or that things are done just a little more tactfully. I just think it's a little weird to be talking about who's going to be the next host when Wendy has not spoken. We don't know exactly what her condition is. And I think Sherry and also Nick Cannon, they've both kind of treaded carefully with that and respectfully saying, hey, I'm just here to fill in, nothing more than that, which I think is the best way to go.
I agree. Well, The Rock is spreading some holiday cheer. He always does, as well as jokes. Once again, he surprised some fans on a Hollywood tour bus. Take a look.
Have you guys seen my house yet? No. Okay, cool. Keep it that way. All right, you guys take care. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Have you guys seen my house yet?
It's not the first time The Rock has surprised his fans. We told you about the time he chatted up with some fans on another tour bus. That was back in August. He still doesn't let strangers in his house, though, and I think we can all agree with that. His mansion, we should say, not just a house. I just love The Rock, and one thing about him is he's consistent in his giving and being humble, and so you just have to believe it comes from a real place. Right, David?
Oh, absolutely. I love The Rock. Like, his personality has always been consistent through, like, in his journey of the industry. And, you know, I love a little joke of saying, hey, just make sure you stay away from my house, because respectfully so, when you have worked so hard over decades, what, like maybe like three, 4 decades, you don't want anybody just coming upon your property, especially in California, Miami, and the suburbs of New York. I mean, even in DC, the suburbs of DC as well, too. You don't want anybody to invade your privacy. And I think privacy, especially during this pandemic, is so key.
Yeah. I will say The Rock seems to be a good example of someone, you know, they say fame magnifies what was already there, right? So if you weren't a good person, fame's only going to show that. And I think with The Rock, it seems he's always been a good person, and now you're just seeing it on a bigger platform now that he's a celebrity, and he certainly pays it forward. So it's really good to see, and it seems really genuine. Now, as far as don't come to my house, it's not like he can't defend himself. I mean, he could take all the smoke, but you know,
it's like, use your better judgment. Don't go on his property unannounced.
You want to take them all down.
He's like, I'm the security guard in my house.
You got it.
All right, David, good to have you on. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to y'all as well. Pleasure.
All right, likewise. Aaron, we'll send it over to you.
Coming up.